Well, well, well. When you come to Bronze League Legends, you only expect to see one thing. Not this. We don't expect to see this. We expect to see this. That's right. More English. We've just checked out Passia like Asante before. This is a very interesting player. Honestly, when I saw we were going to get a game on Hideout, I had to check in because I want to see how they use walls. Passia, like Asante at the time of this game, was about 530, 540 elo. Meanwhile, Snooze, about 400 elo. So we are quite deep in the trenches here. Snooze, looks like he's doing exactly that when you just got a guy sitting here supervising the whole while. He's playing as a Chinese. We don't get much Chinese down in Bronze League Legends. But when we do, it is a treat. I feel like every time we've got something unexpected out of them. Like a literal snooze. Hey man, it's in the name, it's in the game. That is simply how snooze works. He'll finally send that bugger back to work. He did open up by sending everyone onto the tree to get one load of timber to afford a house instead of going for a village. Not your ordinary choice for a Chinese player. Usually they like to get that village ASAP. He is generating tax here, by the way, but remember, because he's on straggler sheep, he's going to return them a little bit slower, so the tax generation is going to be a bit weak. So instead, we are going to see Snooze going onto a very interesting mining camp. He's chosen literally the worst place possible that's technically still next to a gold vein. Actually, I guess it's not the worst place possible. These other corners would have been. By the way, he could go on deer, but remember, one of the things is if you go on deer as Chinese, then you actually get less tax generation because it's 25 food as opposed to 10 food for every return. Let's check on what's happening in Passia's base, though. Passia has been quite the joy to watch so far. So 4 on gold in the opening. We've got the loose sheep again because, of course, free-range sheep. You can't just force them up against the wall. I mean, guys, that's way too kind of war crimes execution wall thing, right? If you stick them right up against the side of your TC, line up, and then like tell the firing squad to open fire, it's just too mean. And Snooze, he decides that actually I have no use for these sheep. We're thriving in the Chinese Empire, so enjoy the donation. In Snooze's defense, he had to make 100% sure that the English player was inside the indent in Hideout. You never know. It's called a hideout, right? So it should be hard to find. That was impressive, actually, the garrison, right? Especially considering he had to walk this distance due to the loose sheep farm. Which, by the way, oh my god, I know what it is now. I know. Oh no, it's a panoramic gamer. We were talking about this on stream the other day, is that like if you don't know about the right click and hold and then you can choose direction to have the sheep come close to the TC, you're gonna do this. So here you go, I'll show you. So when you go like this, look how wide that range is. If I want to click them to get to the corner, they're going to come to the, like, you're going to want to, like, have them come to the corner, right? Because if you have the sheep on the left side and then you click on the TC, they're not going to move here because you clicked here, right? If the gather sign is there, they're going to actually stay wherever they were regardless in response to TC. So the only way to get them there is, like, either you click them down here and then up, or for most players, what they're going to do is they're going to basically just select the location that doesn't have the shtick for the whacking. Hence why his sheep keep getting loose. So Cancel Hall's on the way, though, and Snooze has just queued up 2 additional scouts. What? What? Because, well, actually, in fairness, guys, I would like to apologize to Snooze. This is my fault. As we know, I'm a very big believer in scouting. I think information is the way you win the war, all right? Big James Bond fan here. Snooze, he's heard that. He's processed that. He goes, if that's the case, I'm going to be 00007 with the double scout. And now, these scouts... Are we just... are we running an overlord operation here? The villagers will work harder if there's a man on horseback here to judge them. Work. You scum. Work harder. Tax them and threaten them with a good time. So So tech up's going to come up from Passia. Snooze is still nowhere near ready. They've set up the farms. We are 4 farms in around the mill at 5 minutes into the game. This still does not beat our 0-minute farm record on Hideout, but it ain't bad. He has a few people over on Deer because, of course, you need more wood before you transition more farms. I just realized we aren't at 2 times speed as well. Apologies, let's get to that like we normally do. Meanwhile, in Passia's base, all the signs of potential aggression, except the one key element, which would be to actually have longbows. It's not built a single military unit yet. Instead, Passia is going to do what Passia does every night, Pinky. Going to try to take over the world. With villages. Because this should be, with 3 on stone and the amount he's got on wood, this is Passia's kind of build towards the second TC on a delay. Wait, where are we going? Okay, Passia really wasn't feeling the vibes in this area of the tree line. You know, it kind of felt like someone creepy was watching from an unseeable location, like the sky. So he moved somewhere where they couldn't be seen. Right, so now when Snooze flies his Chinese drones overhead, he won't be able to relay information on what these private citizens are doing. I can tell you what Snooze is doing, though. He's setting up the discount wall of China. I'm not sure, the lesser wall of China. Dark Age, 8 minutes in. The lesser wall of China is now going up. Passia has nothing to stop this. So this will be a successful operation. Even Pumbaa is split right now. It's like he's being told to pick a parent. He chooses to stay with Papa Snooze. Mama Passia is going to have to get a new Pumbaa. In fact, it looks like Snooze got full custody of the kids. So no worries, folks. Marine Lord will have a thriving Chinese... I can't believe that joke. Thriving Chinese culture to grow up in. Anyway, moving on. We're going to once again get the wood line switch, this time from Snooze. Worried once again about those pesky drones overhead. We're going to get the English trade. Oh my god, and it's actually, it's optimal trade. Passia is doing full length of the map. What is it with bronze English players in trade? They love it. It's crazy, right? Because like if you just rush your Imperial Age, then you can get your hands on enclosures and you get gold that way. And it's a decent amount of gold you get through farms. But you guys are kind of getting mixed up because you're forgetting something really important. English players don't tend to build farms around the mills. They wouldn't be getting enclosures. And oh my god. Passia loves their walls. We've seen Passia do beautiful walls before. Another beautiful wall. This one is merely to maximize wood line efficiency. If people cannot stop cutting wood, they will only cut wood. And now these 12 villages, maybe that 13 villages are stuck inside. They have no choice. They will work until they die. And Passia is quite the marvel to watch with their stone walls. They don't build them across the map. They're very selective, but you can guarantee that every wall they build serves a clear, indulgent purpose. And he will actually get through this quite fast at this rate. You see what's happening here, right? The rate is going through, I think by about 21 minutes, Passia is probably going to have actually broke through the wall, especially thanks to Snooze's assistance on the other side. He just needs to make sure he's got military to do something with when that time comes. And we are going to get that second TC. It's finally happening from Passia. He's not going to get these villagers out here. Still 10 working on that deep wood line. But apparently on Hideout, with the wood lines that they are, Passia feels like he's not getting enough wood. So he's going to move out to secure gold and wood on this side. As opposed to, like, I don't know, gold and deer. This is kind of protection for his TC, for his trade line, rather, as well. He's a 2-traded boy. 146 gold per trade. Not that he needs it right now, because it's already on his way up with the White Tower. White Tower that is being built next to the wall. Meanwhile, Snooze is tacking up, but not in the same way. This is just the Barbican. Snooze is now on stone. He's not supervised rushing it, though, so we're not going to see him go for a fast double TC song. But it is going to be a TC song. It's going to be a song of sadness. And he's setting up the granaries in feudal age. What? This has to be a first. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Snooze has like he has 2 Imperial officials. So he's had the Imperial Academy for a while. He could slightly afford to get more taxmen. But Snooze, he checked the coffers. He saw that they're floating 2K surplus. He's like, I want my people to be able to eat. I want them to be able to afford their homes. If I build up to 4 taxmen, everyone is going to rebel. And we do not need a yellow turban rebellion. We are already yellow, so the chances are already high. Let's not increase them. Meanwhile, Snooze with the classic village to block any sort of assault. That assault is all going to be on the way. And the best part about this, by the way, look at what Snooze is building. The discount wall of China, the lesser wall of China continues, folks. He's got border patrol. Oh my god, this is so good. So stone walls are going to be more effective for keeping people out here. Poor little scout, he's stuck in the middle. Scott's never escaping. Trade numbers are now up to 5, so it's escalating for Passia. Passia is likely to crack Imperial Age before Snooze even hits Castle Age at this rate. Because Snooze, he's kind of on Snooze mode with this food still. 450, almost 500 food a minute. You don't want to eat this deer, guys. It's been out in the sun for a few days. There's probably flies buzzing around it. And you want to keep this deer alive because, eventually they could procreate and you could open up a zoo and sell tickets. Tickets that would cost gold to attend the zoo. And as we know, Snooze really likes his gold. Oh, and they've revealed! So they now know. The chop through is almost complete. Chugenu are here to block. There is an outpost. Passia has still yet to build a single military unit. Monks do not count. These monks, by the way, there are 3 of them, and they've yet to go after the relics. Once again, the monks are congregating. So what are we doing here? What do they even want us to do? I think they just want us to, say that things happen from a book and make sure the villagers don't get out of line. What if we say they need to donate to us for us to read? I like it. Let's go with that. How are we going to get donations? Well, you might want to pick up those relics, boys. And the Treb has arrived for both plays. So Passia begins. It's an outpost spam on both sides. Snooze just queued up 3 Trebs. He's going Grease that Cools first because, of course, you want to get those Trebs in range even faster, I guess. But until these outposts are gone on each side, no one can make the final chop through. So this could take a while still. Words that I'm sure everyone wants to hear in a game like this. And things have started to kick up. Realizing that they could actually charge people to look at shiny things, the monks have gone to work. Relics are being picked up. And he could grab 2. I have a funny feeling he's not going to get this 3rd. He can try, but unless you can make like Jesus and resurrect, ain't no way you're getting them shinies. Any more Chuganu? I'm just trying to be a nuisance here. Oh, and Passia, he tried to sneak more outposts. No, the repairs, no! Garrison! Oh, come on. This is painful. The classic. Always press the F key or you will be paying F. Paying F? Always press the F key or you will be pressing F to pay respects. Words are hard. Trebs in the meantime are actually trying to snipe out on the other side. This is still only 1 Treb. Passia has finally learned though. Maganel is here. Longbow follow-up. I like his comp a lot more. Snooze is, however, adding in Lancers. And I just love how no one is trying to go out on the flanks anymore. If Snooze sends these Lancers on the right side, it's jackpot. But be Snooze for a second. Put yourself in Snooze's position. You've already had the cavalry battalion standing guard at the front line this whole time. There's no way you're abandoning the front line. In fact, there we go. Go, Scouts, go! Get him, boys! Get him! Passia says death to taxes. Fails to actually follow through, though. 3 health left on the Imperial official. Longbows have been reset. Passia realizes the mistake he made. He just needs to throw more crap at the wall. So going into Rams, Spearman longbows as well. Tech up is basically there for Passia. He just needs to, slow down the food pump a little bit. He could actually just buy the food. The interesting thing about Passia is Passia doesn't believe in buying food because, like, buying food, you don't know where it came from, right? You don't know how many animals suffered, how they got it. He just likes to organically grow himself in his farms. In the meantime, Snooze likes to generously donate away his siege. It's like he killed the tower. He's like, well, these Trebs don't do anything anymore. Just they can just die. Kill them for me, please. I need pop cap. So longbows are going to be cleaned up again. Passia discovering that actually shooting tiny pieces of wood at a big piece of wood is not exactly an effective way of beating wood. Realize probably could have used better words for that. Passia is setting up the edge houses because we know, if you want your people to live a long, prosperous life, you put them far away from the battlefield. Not if you snooze, though. If you snooze, your village is your front line. Imagine how many poor, innocent children were sleeping here when this went down. And wait, Snooze. Snooze has got a relic. Snooze? Wallow? Slightly anticlimactic. So he's not going to get anything for it. But Passia is going to get donated a relic. What a nice guy Snooze is. Passia, he couldn't access this. Snooze was nice enough to bring it to him. More Rams are being built, by the way. Longbows are being picked apart. This Ram count from Passia. He is actually all in on the Ram play. I mean, I say all in. He can do whatever he wants. This isn't the end of the road for him, but he's going to get some serious damage done. Now he's going to march in with the spears. They've served their purpose. They built the Rams. They are no longer needed. And the Berkshire. Oh my god, he's going to drop it in the center. No way he gets this up. One's in chat if Passia gets this up. Two, if it's a fail. Snooze has to realize that Snooze, he'll see this. He sees it. He knows about it. Snooze, he's got Nest of Bees. This is his time to shine. But they're on a coffee break, no! You're Chinese. The English are the ones who go on tea breaks. Oh my god, Passia gets the Berkshire in the center. There's no stopping him. The boiling oil's already there. The Sprills are here to counter the Nest of Bees. Snooze. Well, you snooze, you lose, my friend. And you've done exactly that in the center. The Lancers still haven't rode out onto the right side. They see Pumbaa, and they realize it's more important to keep this boar in the menagerie than it is to go and kill all those raiders. Meanwhile, the Rams. God, Ram, we are in business. He took out all the outposts. And now, the flank attack, the reach around, the march through the lowlands. Passia, meanwhile, is going to keep up the offensive in the center. Berkshire, the Gatling gun down everything here. The Knights have finally gone. Snooze, he springs his move. Passia's doing exactly that. He's sleepy go bye-bye time eternally for a lot of these villages. So Lancers will keep chasing through. But the Rams are coming, folks. Honestly, I don't even think this raid matters. It's a good raid, granted. But how does Snooze kill these? How does he kill them fast enough? There are only 4 landmarks, and they're all on the same screen, but instead Passia goes after the village. No homes for you to sleep in tonight. Rams now in onto the Imperial Academy. He's not biased. He's going to kill everything. The villager pool, everyone has to defend. Snooze, if he just moves in with the army now, if he had an army, he could ruin Snooze. But Passia, it's just Rams. And Snooze is doing exactly that. Now, people say trying to invade a team, but apparently they don't know how to use it because he ain't got any caffeine in him right now. Slow reaction, he already lost the TC. Barbican now being attacked. The Rams should be cleaned up, but Snooze has now lost half of their landmarks. In fact, he keeps forgetting to go for the rest. Oh my god. He'll clean them up. The Rams are finally gone. But this is far closer than it ever had any right being. And now Passia, realizing that actually this is quite micro-intensive and I may have forgotten to build units, he queues up the Spearman. Snooze, looking a bit limp right now. He sends everyone back onto the farms and half these people are just backseat farmers. Oh, you missed that weed there. Oh, is that how you're going to make bread? That doesn't look like the best wheat. You know, your brother's actually an accountant, and all you could do is become a farmer. Backseat farmers, I swear. Right now, Snooze has 17 idle. Passia is finally addressing the Lancers. He finally realizes his mistake. The wall on the left was good. Turns out you might want to build one on the right. Because most opponents will not just come in one direction. Most. No false advertisement here, some will. Snooze finally realized that having backseat farmers is a bad idea. He'll put them to work, making sure that there's no debt for the taxes. He needs it, considering he only has, I think, 1 taxman at this stage. Snooze has the glorious 420 on his gold income, but he's going to need a lot more of that if he wants to stay in this game. Remember, Passia is still a whole age ahead. And now, wait, where the traders are going? Oh, he forgot to build the gate quick enough. It's trade through the enemy base. But alas, I don't think these traders will be making it. Wait, come on. Timmy the trader. How's he getting through? How's he getting through? Timmy, no. It turns out the ultimate tax was death. No trade. Wait, it's still coming. Ignore the corpses. Keep going. Yeah, ignore that dead trader. That money will make it through. Okay, next trader, please. Next trader. If enough of you die, we will create a wall of bodies that will protect us from gunfire. Meanwhile, Knights are starting to actually whittle away at the forces. The problem right here is that Snoozer's army is better, but Passia has a bark shit. I think we're very quickly starting to learn why English win a lot in bronze. Because now with the stone walls on the right side, Snooze is kind of lost. He still hasn't rebuilt the TC, by the way. He prioritized rebuilding the Imperial Academy and didn't have enough wood. So how does Snooze resolve this lack of wood? He built an extra TC. And pretends it was never a problem to begin with. He has 0 people on... sorry, he has 1 person on wood. That guy better be a lumberjack out of lumberjack fantasies, because that is the only way that any of us are going to be getting wood. He has no income there. So no way of building extra siege. No way of building extra military production. He's got enough food to get rid of any famine issues that China should go through historically. And that will remain true until the food rots, because he has no way of spending it right now. And he's going for the Imperial Palace? So instead of going for Imperial Age, which is what Snooze needs, he goes for double Castle Age. And that's not even going to work. So Imperial Palace is a fat fail. And Passy has just queued up the Knights. I think this is the beginning of the end, folks. It's not going to be fast, because he doesn't have many stables. But when he's ready to go, he's going to be unstoppable. I don't... Oh, no. Okay, hear me out. Berkshire Palace. Imperial Palace. You see something called a palace does this. What are the chances that Snooze is like, whoa, I want one of them. I'm going to build a palace too, guys. I'm going to build the strongest, most powerful palace. Oh. I guess I'm not getting a palace. I guess we'll just have to try this again, because English is too OP. And the worst part is that if Snooze believed this palace would attack back, he will still never get confirmation on whether that's the case or not, because this Imperial Palace was never complete. Oh. Passia is quite the intriguing specimen to watch, ladies and gents. He had a goal in mind. He knew he wanted to chop through. He didn't care about the flanks. Trading with English. Camping with English. English have got it all. In fact, I don't know why you'd ever pick any other civ in the game of Age of Empires 4. Chinese? Sounds silly. You have to build farms from minute 1. Roos sounds silly. I have to build farms from minute 1. English, weirdly enough, never do, though. The English players are always the ones using sheep and deer. I just don't get it. I think we'll speed this because it looks like Snooze is not going to just GG. But he's truly given up. The nest of bees going to be eviscerated. And the Rams are being built. Dude, Passia, like, say what you want about Passia, but if there's 2 things that are guaranteed in life, like in real life we talk about things like death and taxes. In Age of Empires 4, if there's 2 things you can guarantee about Passia, it's walls and rams. And not him using rams against the walls. It's him building the walls, then using the rams against everything else. Oh, there's still a landmark over here. It turns out Snooze did rebuild the Imperial Palace far away, and oh no. This is where you discover it doesn't shoot back. So you guys telling me that, like, minute 1 farms isn't good? Because, like, in Snooze's defense, he got 50 minutes into a game with minute, like, 1/2 farms. So I think you're all wrong. I think, like, Dark Age farms clearly has some value if you can get 50 minutes into a game, right? Oh, man. And Snooze. Oh, my God. The perseverance on this guy. It's like, it's fine. Minor setback. My control on the map has been decreased. But I have Imperial Age, folks. I've got 0 income in 3 or 4 resources. I have 13 more units than I have houses for, but I can bring it back in the next game.